So it looks like the Spider-Verse could actually be getting confirmed after all. What up everyone, Iron Wolf here, and in today's video, we're basically going to talk about the plot that got linked earlier today. It says that Spider-Man No Way Home is going to have a similar opening to Godzilla vs. Kong, the way the movie is going to open up and everything else. And in the plot link, it says that, you know how like in Godzilla vs. Kong, the way the movie opened up, it opened up where we get to see Kong's side of the story, where it shows us where Kong been over the years, and it shows that he's been in this like simulation world of Skull Island, which is not actually his island, it's a simulation of his island. And then later on in the movie, we got to see Godzilla's side of the story, and we got to see like Godzilla has been provoked, him destroying like a lot of buildings and everything else. And basically, it was a side by side. We get to see Kong's side of the story where Kong been, and Godzilla's side of the story where Kong been. And basically, later on in the movie, it ended up mashing together where they started putting the fight together between Godzilla versus Kong. So basically, in the link, it's saying that Spider-Man No Way Home is going to kind of like start off like that, where the movie is going to start off where you get to see Tobey Maguire's story, where Tobey Maguire been over the years. So the movie is supposed to take place right after Spider-Man 2. So No Way Home is supposed to start off with the ending of Spider-Man 2, where Doc Ock dies, but in this universe, in Spider-Man No Way Home, it's going to start off where the building starts to collapse. And before the building lands on Doc Ock, a portal is going to start opening up, and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Doc Ock is going to be taken into that portal. And then they're going to be ending up in Tom Holland's Spider-Man world, in his universe. And then after that, it's going to switch over to Andrew Garfield's story, and it's going to tell us where Andrew Garfield been over the years. And basically, the movie is going to like start off with Andrew Garfield's story of him fighting Electro, and while he's fighting Electro, before like he ends up killing Electro, or before like he ends up destroying Electro, a portal is going to end up opening, and Andrew Garfield and Electro is going to be taken into that portal. So basically, what it's like trying to say is, it looks like before the villains die, they're going to be taken into this portal, and also the hero, such as Spider-Man, is going to be taken into that portal along with the villains, and they're going to be taken into Tom Holland's universe. So basically, it's saying that we're going to get a side-by-side story. First, we're going to see Tobey's story, and then it's going to switch over to Andrew Garfield's story, and then later on, it's going to switch over to Tom Holland's story, and that's where it's going to like all connect together. So kind of like the same way Godzilla vs. Kong was, where the movie started off where we got to see Kong's story, where he's been over the years, and we got to see like him in this simulation world, which is not really his world. And then later on in the movie, it swapped over to Godzilla's story, where we get to see like Godzilla getting provoked and what's happening to Godzilla. And then later in the movie, it basically connected, like the two stories connected, and they ended up fighting each other later on in the movie. So basically, it's gonna like have that type of opening for Spider-Man No Way Home. It's gonna have like a similar opening by the sounds of it. So in Spider-Man No Way Home, it's going to start off with the ending of Spider-Man 2, because you remember in Spider-Man 2's ending where Spider-Man is trying to like turn off the power, like trying to stop Doc Ock from doing the unthinkable, from like getting his energy. I forgot what the little energy sort thing was called in Spider-Man 2, but basically it you know, like in Spider-Man 2 ending, where like the whole building started to collapse, and the building fell on Doc Ock and basically made Doc Ock drown. Well, basically, by the sounds of it, it says that before the building starts to collapse, a portal is going to open up, and before Doc Ock dies, Doc Ock is gonna, you know how like when Doc Ock landed in the water and he started to drown, instead of him like drowning, he's gonna be ending up taken into a portal, which is really awesome to hear. So basically, at the ending before the building collapse, Doc Ock is going to be taken into that portal, and also Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is going to be taken into that portal along with Doc Ock. And after they get taken into the portal and they've been like taken into Tobey Maguire's Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, when Doc Ock and Tobey Maguire gets taken into his universe, the story's gonna swap over to where we get to see Andrew Garfield's story where he's been, and in that, the scene that they chosen, by the sounds of it, is they chosen the scene where Andrew Garfield is fighting Electro, where Electro has his like electricity powers. Well, in that scene where they're fighting each other, before Electro dies, Andrew Garfield and Electro is going to be taken into that portal and be taken into Tom Holland's universe, and that's where it's going to connect to this some sort of universe, this Spider Verse in some sort, and that's where Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Tobey Maguire is supposed to come into place. So, by the sounds of it, that plot right there sounds awesome. The way No Way Home is going to start off like, because what I heard was I thought, since hearing that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire is going to be coming back in No Way Home, I just thought that they were only going to be in the movie for 15 seconds. I just thought that you know how like this is what I thought. You know how like in the ending of Far From Home, where it ended with Mysterio making it look like Spider-Man was the one who set off the drones and basically killed Mysterio, right? And right before the video ended, he revealed that Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker, and that's where the whole world knows he's Peter Parker. And not only that, the whole world thinks Spider-Man was the one who killed Mysterio. People think Spider-Man's the villain, and that's basically got Spider-Man, Peter, into a whole shitty situation. So because of that, he has to go through some changes. He has to go through a lawsuit. He has to go through a horrible situation. So that's where he calls that's where he calls Doctor Strange, and basically Peter doesn't know what to do. He's all scared. He's all nervous. He doesn't know what's going to happen because he never got exposed, or like he never like got turned into a villain before, so he doesn't know what to do. So what I think is what I thought. Doctor Strange basically shows Peter that he has nothing to worry about. He basically opens up a portal, and we get to see scenes of multiple Spider-Mans, and he shows Tom Holland Spider-Man that he has nothing to worry about because these Spider-Man's been in the same situation that he has, and they were able to handle it. Like, for example, Tobey Maguire been into the same situation where Harry Osborn thought that he was the one who killed his father, when really it was his father's glider that killed him. But Harry Osborn thought Spider-Man was the one who killed him, so he basically got Dr. Octavius to do his work to capture Spider-Man. So Spider-Man been in that same situation before. So basically, I think that Doctor Strange is going to show like a few clips of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and we get to see scenes of Spider-Man looking like he killed Harry Osborn's father when he didn't, and him have to like battling Doc Ock and this and that. So we're basically gonna see 15-second scenes of him handling that situation where he ends up killing Doc Ock, and basically after that, we're going to see scenes of Andrew Garfield. He's going to open up another portal, and we're going to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man of him like defeating Electro, this and that, and he's been in a horrible situation. So he's basically finding Electro, his girlfriend, Gwen Stacy's father didn't like him, so they're gonna show scenes of that, and basically his father told Peter to stay away from Gwen Stacy, but Peter didn't listen, and that's what got Gwen killed. That he didn't keep her father's word. He broke a promise. So they're going to show scenes of him breaking that promise and basically him handling it. And that's where we're going to see 15-second scenes of him like handling that situation, and we're probably going to see scenes of Gwen Stacy dying again. And that's what I thought was happening, is we're only going to see 15 seconds where Doctor Strange is going to open up a portal and showing Peter that all these Spider-Man's been in the same situation, but they were able to handle the situation. And he's going to tell Peter that if these Spider-Mans could handle the situation, then so can you. And that's when Tom Holland Spider-Man is going to realize that I know what to do, and he's going to handle the situation. And that's probably when he's going to bring in a good lawyer, such as Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, and that's where he comes into place, and he's going to be Peter's lawyer. But yeah, that's what I thought, is we were going to have like Doctor Strange open up these portals, and we're going to see like 15 seconds. But based off of this plot link, it looks like we're going to see more of these Spider-Mans, which has got me more excited, because the 15-second I was like not really happy about, because I grew like my Spider-Man. Like I grew up with the animations, like the Spectacular Spider-Man and somewhat, but with the movie wise, I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. When Tobey Maguire Spider-Man first came out, when the Spider-Man movie first came out, that was the movie that I got to see. That was the movie that I basically grew up with. So I grew up with the OG Spider-Man, and I miss Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Like, I hope he comes back and do like one more movie, even if it's like not Spider-Man 5. If he doesn't do like Spider-Man 4 or Spider-Man 5, if it's just like one last movie, one more movie, then I just hope Sam Raimi Spider-Man, they end up doing a Spider-Man 4, which is rumored that we're supposed to get a Spider-Man 4 after this. But either way, I would hope a Spider-Man 4 would happen. Even if it's just one more movie, I hope it's like just one more movie. Like we get to see Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire for like one more time. But I would still hope for like the OG Spider-Man to like come back, like. And even if it was in No Way Home, I hope he had more scenes. And by the looks of it, by reading this plot, it looks like we're actually going to see more scenes of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And also, not just that, this is what I hope, because by the looks of the link, it's basically saying that it basically is saying that it's going to start off at the ending of Spider-Man 2. So basically, the movie's going to open up with the scene of Doc Ock dying, but basically a reverse, where in this universe, Doc Ock never dies. So basically, in the link, it's saying that we're going to see the ending of Spider-Man 2, but basically a change. So in this one, in No Way Home, it's going to start off at that scene, and before the building collapses, before the building falls on Doc Ock, we're basically going to see a portal opening up, and Doc Ock is going to be basically taken into that portal along with Tobey Maguire. So basically, Tobey Maguire is going to be taken into that portal along with Doc Ock, and that's where the portal is going to take them to Tom Holland's world, and that's how it comes into place. And they're going to show us scenes of Andrew Garfield, it's going to switch over to Andrew Garfield now, and we're going to see scenes of Andrew Garfield fighting Electro, but before he kills Electro, a portal is going to open up, and Electro is going to be taken into that portal, and Andrew Garfield is going to also get sucked into that portal along with this villain, and that's where they're going to end up in Tom Holland's world. And later in No Way Home, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire are going to end up running into each other, and that's how they meet, and that's how it comes into place. But yeah, by the sounds of it, it's kind of like what this page says. It's gonna be very similar to Godzilla vs Kong, where we're gonna see like a switch of both stories. First, it's gonna start off with Tobey Maguire's story, and then after his story is finished, it's gonna switch over to Andrew Garfield's story, and after his story is finished, it's gonna switch over to Tom Holland's story, and that's where we're gonna see Tom Holland's story and the situation that he's been through, and then later in the movie they're gonna run into each other, and that's how it comes into place. But what do you guys think of this? Do you guys like this plot link? What do you guys think is gonna happen? Do you guys think this plot link could actually be real? Because by the sounds of it, it looks like the Spider-Verse could actually be true after all. But yeah, by the way it sounds, it looks like No Way Home is gonna start right after Spider-Man 2, and the way that basically said it is the movie's gonna start off with the scene with Doc Ock and like Tobey Maguire like fighting each other, and they're trying to shut off the machine, and basically Doc Ock sacrifices himself by killing himself to shut off the machine to turn it off, and because of that, the building starts to fall on him. But before the building falls on him, and before like the whole explosion happens, a portal is going to open up, and before he dies, he's going to get sucked into that portal, and Tobey Maguire is going to get sucked into that portal along with him, and that's how you know how it goes. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to come into place. And basically, it's saying because of that, No Way Home, it's going to like basically start right after Spider-Man 2. But yeah, it's supposed to set up right after Spider-Man 2, this whole like storyline. So it basically sounds like the Spider-Verse is going to be like actually true. It's going to be real. But let's see what goes on. But anyways, hope you guys like this video. Comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Turn on notifications. Let me know what you guys think of this. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.